Karibu to Handi restaurant. You are welcome to the Handi at the mall, which is been running for about 30 years. And today, me, your host, as Pradeep Malik, the Managing Director for Handi Group of Companies, will be demonstrating 4 Indian food recipes which are very popular with us for the program Tupike. Please welcome. I'll wear my apron and let me give you a short introduction of my chef and the team who is going to assist me for these few items which we are going to prepare for all of you to have a look, and then welcome you to try it. And these are very simple and you shall enjoy the program very much. Thank you. We have our executive chef, Chef Dayal Singh, who's the main man behind the kitchens of Handi. Which is actually cottage cheese marinated with a yogurt based marinations and spices, which I will show you now, with a little bit of color added in terms of capsicum, onions and tomatoes. So let us start with the Paneer Tikka, which is actually done, finishing is done in the barbecue, and we are going to show you how it is finished in the tandoor. But first and foremost, let us proceed with the marination. So we have the paneer slices cut into cubes, about 6 of them, which comprises 1 portion. They have been lightly golden fried in fat, in oil, and we keep them in water for about 2 to 3 hours. A little bit of salt is added so that the salt penetrates into the cottage cheese and does not be very bland. So let me first show you the marination, how it is done. So we have the lentil flour, which is about 2 teaspoons, which is already measured, and I'm going to put it here. Next we have the caraway seeds. If you can see this, these are the aromatic caraway seeds, in English we call it. So we'll add that. It's about half a teaspoon. We have the ginger garlic juice, which has been prepared earlier, which is 2 parts of garlic and 1 part of ginger, which has been liquidized in a blender and strained with a strainer so that you don't get the fibers and everything coming into your food while you are marinating. So I'll put that thing inside. We have about 2 tablespoons of fresh yogurt, which we prepare in our kitchen, but you can alternatively use from the supermarkets, which you get as plain yogurt, natural. So this is natural yogurt. Along with it, I'm going to add the spices, which we have in our masala box, whatever we call it, or the spice box. So first and foremost, a little salt, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, a pinch of turmeric powder, the haldi powder what we call, a little bit of methi powder, a little bit, half teaspoons of our garam masala, which is a 7 spice powder, which again Handi does make its own. So I'll add that. A little bit of white pepper powder, half teaspoon. Salt I have already added. Now my chef is going to mix the whole thing to form a marinade. for the paneer tikka. So as you can see, the yogurt has blended with all the spices, ginger garlic and everything. And then this paneer, which is taken out from the water, has been squeezed and the water has been taken out, and then I'll put the pieces inside for it to be marinated. So we'll keep it aside, and the colorful vegetables which we wanted to add color into the dish are green peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers, and some tomatoes and some onion cut into cubes, big cubes, so that they match with the paneer. So our paneer marination is done. We leave this for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours in the refrigerated condition, so that the spices and everything blends into the food, and then we are going to choma it in our tandoor, which is also known as the oven, Indian oven or tandoori oven. So we'll go in the refrigerator for about 1 hour, 1.5 hours is enough for it to get it nicely and blended. So we have the tandoor paneer tikka, which we are going to, as I said earlier, was going to choma in the tandoor, which is the oven, clay oven, and the temperatures are very high. So on the skewer, chef is putting the paneer cottage cheese slices, which he had marinated about 1.5 hours earlier. And now we have the paneer tikka on the skewer, and the skewer will go into the tandoor. So the paneer tikka is in the tandoor and on the skewer, getting nicely golden brown with the heat we have from the charcoal oven. So as soon as it's ready, chef will take it out and put it on the platter for it to be served hot with a sprinkle of little bit of masala on the top, and that's it. You can enjoy with the naan, bread, as a starter, as a main meal, or the way you like. I think good starter for a vegetarian meal, and also very healthy because it's got vegetables along with the cottage cheese, which is protein, and you can enjoy it. So we have the paneer tikka, which has come out of the tandoor, and it's been cooked. So I'm just going to plate it a little bit so that it looks nice and appealing. So you have the paneer and you have the color of capsicum and onion and tomatoes. So we generally serve this with our sauces, which in the restaurant, and a little salad. We have the more coriander, mint sauce. We have the sweet tamarind and jaggery mixed together, made into a sweet and sour sauce. And then we have the garlic and the chilies, which is like a hot garlic sauce. So choice is yours, how you want to enjoy, but the paneer is basically the same barbecue marinated paneer which we showed you earlier, with all the vegetables which have been char grilled in our tandoor, which is the clay oven. So the paneer tikka, which is now can be enjoyed, you can enjoy it making at home. You can cook it in the oven. If you don't have the tandoori oven, And or you can check on our social media, or for the recipe which you can follow, and or lastly but not least, come to Handi at the West Gate or Handi at the mall and try this lovely dish of Paneer Tikka made by my chef Dayal Singh.
We take a short break. We will be right back with Chef Malik preparing Malai chicken with naan bread.
My name is Pradeep Malik. I am the Managing Director for Handi and also chef by profession. Let me introduce my executive chef, Chef Dayal Singh of Handi restaurant. And now the dish we are going to show you today is the Malai chicken, or barbecue creamy yogurt based chicken, which is going to be done choma in the tandoor. So let me first start with the basic ingredients which I have here. So we have the lentil flour, which is besan we call it, or lentil flour. It is available fresh all over in all supermarkets. So about 1 tablespoon. Then we have about 1 tablespoon of corn flour. We have the cheese, cheddar cheese, which about 2 tablespoons has been grated and mixed with a little mozzarella cheese, so to give that creamy effect. So we will now put the ginger garlic juice, which is in the ratio of 2 parts of garlic and 1 part of ginger, which actually imparts the flavor and is a must for all Indian cooking. About 4 tablespoons of ginger garlic, and then we have the lemon juice. Again about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We have half tablespoon of freshly cut green chilies to give that kick to the kebab. Dry spices, salt, a little bit of white pepper powder. Since this is going to be white in color, we are not going to put any of the other spices in this. So we have now fresh dhania or coriander, which we will add here, about 1 tablespoon. Chicken, before we put it in the marinated stuff, we have to marinate separately little bit so that it infuses the ginger garlic and the lemon juices properly. So I'll put some salt, a little bit of ginger garlic, and a little bit of fresh lemon. Chef will mix this separately and keep it aside. Now he will mix the marination which we have made with cheese, corn flour and lentil flour, and also with a little bit of green chilies, ginger garlic juice, lemon juice and fresh coriander, dhania. Once this has been rubbed properly and it has formed a mixture, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of cream. This is single cream, but you can use double cream also. or reduce the quantity. That's it. So the cream will blend with the cheese and make a very creamy mixture. That is malai. The malai means something soft and smooth. Now we have the pre-marinated chicken, which is breast pieces basically, because we are trying to do a white marination, so we go in for a white meat. We are not use the leg or the thigh or the drumstick here. It's only boneless breast pieces. So we'll add the chicken now. Mix up the chicken along with that mixture which we prepared earlier, and we are going to remove it in a dish and keep it under refrigerated conditions for about 2 hours minimum. Can be longer depending on your thing, your own choice. So this chicken is ready. We kept in the fridge for marination, and we shall cook it once it has been marinated for an hour in the tandoor, which is the oven, the tandoori oven on skewers, which we will show you soon. So we are now on to the malai tikka, which we showed you earlier. The marination was done for the cream chicken one, which I showed you. Now chef is piercing it on the skewer. It has been marinated already for 1.5 hours, and now we are finally going to cook it in the tandoori oven. And if you at home you don't have a tandoori oven, you can do it in a preheated oven about 200 degrees Celsius, or also on a jiko or a grill on makka or whatever things you have in the home, which is easier. The flavor will be there better if you do it on a charcoal rather than an electric oven. So open grill is advisable for this. So the chicken has gone into the tandoor. It's going to take about relatively 5 to 6 minutes to get cooked, and then we shall plate it and present it to you. So what we basically do is pre-cook in a hot tandoori oven, and then we hang it for some time, so that what we call is a cooking also continues over there because of the heat, and slowly it cooks and from inside properly, and then we again put it back in the tandoor to give that choma effect. And constant, after that we can do a little bit of basting with the oil we have, like you can see, that's the oil, or what you call is basting, so that it doesn't dry up the chicken. And yahi de de. So this is almost ready, and we are going to plate it. Yeah, so the plating, the chef will take out from the oven, from the rod, and place it onto the platter. As you can see, it's nice and well cooked. It has got the choma effect, the browning effect, and the crispiness, and the color, white, because it's only been marinated in cream, and we had the cheddar and the mozzarella, which I showed you earlier in my marination. So this is very mild preparation, enjoyed by the children. They would love this, but this type of nyama choma with a little bit of aroma and a little bit of Indian spices, not many into this dish, but it has got that the tasty effect, and it is not fried, healthy, because it has been done in the oven or the tandoori oven or the grill or whatever. So that oil is only used as a basting. It is not basically something which is like a fried chicken or something. It is not that. It is a choma chicken, but with a proper marination. shall start with a brief introduction of what is naan, which I will brief you now. We have the dough ready, but I am going to tell you that it comprises of only the all-purpose wheat flour, a little bit of yogurt inside is added, salt, a little sugar, a little bit of oil, and we knead the dough like you are making a pizza dough. But it has got its own fermentation process that we do with yogurt and baking soda or bicarbonate soda. So the recipe we shall be given. But we'll show you with the palak paneer what would go very well and keeping the color and also the taste. So we have here is the methi, the fresh methi, what we call fenugreek in English. And this is nicely chopped up and it's available everywhere, plenty in the market. And it imparts a unique flavor into the food, and so you will taste that on top of the naan. But obviously it's going to get cooked while we are cooking the naan in the tandoor. So we have the tandoor here, which is actually a charcoal oven. It is fired by charcoal and a simple oven type of a thing, but manually controlled. There is no thermostat, no electricity, no gas, anything here, and all is done by manually and experience. So we have coal inside which has been lighted in the morning, or it keeps running all the time, and we can attain good temperatures like which are not attainable even in the domestic oven. So this can create up to 250 degrees Celsius going upwards to 275. Chef is going to put a little bit of that spinach puree which we made for the palak paneer. We have the fresh methi which he is putting on top of it to give it a nice green color. And we have these black seeds which are known as onion seeds, also known as kalonji in India or in Hindi. But onion seeds is available again as a spice in the local market anywhere or a ration shop. So that is the naan. The shape of the naan is generally a triangle, roundish on the top and a little stretched at the bottom, and it goes and sticks onto the wall of the tandoor, which is preheated. So the dough will have a little bit of effect of fermented effect like a pizza we have, and it will bubble up, but because of the intensity of the heat it is going to cook real fast. So you can time it, almost coming there. And the naan is generally the basic accompaniment to
I just wanted to see that on that.
या जस्ट इधर थोड़ा होल्ड करना, जब निकालेगा ना निकाल मत. So the naan, you can see, is nicely baked, and it has got the brown golden texture, and it has been nicely cooked from all sides, the front and the back. So this is now ready to, we apply a little butter on it. So we have just finished with the palak paneer and naan recipe, and we welcome you to try at home, and otherwise you can go to the social media, and otherwise you can come to Handi restaurant for this delicious meal of palak paneer and naan, which is readily served at Westgate, Handi and Handi at the mall.